Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. I've missed you guys so much. If you are seeing my face for the first time, my name is Retha, and if you are a returning viewer, a returning subscriber, I just want to say thank you so much, girl, for tuning in once again. Thank you for hitting on my video once again. I really appreciate it. Thank you to all my new subscribers. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. Today I have a story time for you guys. So I actually went out this past weekend and I did this blue eyeshadow look. I loved it so much. I loved it so much, so I was like, I want to share it with my beauties, and I was like, let me sit down and tell them about a time that I dated a groovist for like over a year while I show them how I achieved this very pretty blue look. So if you want to see how I achieved this look, this makeup look, and you also want to hear about the time I dated a groovist, definitely stay tuned. Get yourself some tea, some wine, some water, whatever it is that you like. Sit back, relax, and let's get into this story time, girl. So it's been a minute. I didn't upload last week, and that's because I decided to take a break from uploading. The funny thing though is I did film a couple of videos. Some of them I wouldn't finish, some of them I just, yeah, I think I was just relaxed because I was not intent on uploading last week. So I'm back this week and we are going to get into story time. I want to tell you guys a story time. I haven't done story time. Get ready with me, story time edition, in a little while. And I want to recreate this look that I did over the weekend with this blue eyeshadow. So I hope that you guys enjoy it. And since while I have the pink and the blue nails thing going on, I decided to wear a pink top and then match it with the blue eyeshadow. I enjoyed that blue eyeshadow look so much, so I wanted to share it with you guys and show you guys how I achieve it. Now that it's summer, just a quick tip. Usually my nose sweats a lot. Like, that's the first place that sweats is my nose. I'll start getting some sweat bubbles. So what I do is I take my banana powder, I just put it all over my nose like that. I'm going to be using this Cryline palette. So I basically made it myself. So basically, let me show you guys. So basically you get this, you buy these, and then you can make like a little cute palette. So I am going to start by going in with a brown shade, a brown neutral shade. I do want to keep my transition just neutral. Add all over my eyelid, but more concentrating it right on my crease, back and forth, and then I'm just going to go and blend out that edge right here in front, just like this, and then take it back like that. Okay, so now I'm gonna go into the Makeup Revolution Reloaded Neutrals 2 palette. This palette it fell so many times. I'm so clumsy, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna take this brown shade right here. It's a deeper brown. Can you guys see that? It's just slightly deeper, just so we can deepen our crease. And then what I like to do is I like to take the brush that we started with, and I'm just going to blend out that edge. Guys, please don't forget to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. What are you waiting for? So I am going to now get into our blue. I'm going to take a flat brush like this. I'm going to take my setting spray, which I am almost out of, and I'm just going to spray the brush just like that. Just once like that. Can you guys see the pigment? I think this is my favorite shade in my palette. It's just so beautiful. It's this icy blue shade. So I'm just basically creating a crease like that. How pretty is this, you guys? Ooh, this blue, I love it so much. I'm just gonna take that same brush and I'm gonna go into this deep brown right here in this colors palette, just to blend out my crease area. So I'm quickly gonna go off and do my left eye off camera, and then we'll get into the story time. I think I'm also just going to do my wing off camera as well. I will come back and then we'll get into the story time. The story time is about how I dated a groovist for over a year. I'm gonna tell you guys how I met him, how the relationship started, and basically all the major events that I remember. I went ahead and I did my eyes. I just added a wing just to give our look a bit more definition. And then I'm gonna go in with my primer, the Makeup Revolution Hydrate and Prime Primer. I know it is summer, but I still prefer a hydrating primer over a mattifying one. This took place maybe about a couple of years back. I was around 21. I was living at Rez at the time. So this friend of mine, we went out to this popular club. As we got in, I think we'd just gotten like our first shot or our first drink. I think so. Went to the bar. We got our first drinks. We're going into the crowd. This guy comes and he starts talking to us. My friend knew the guy, right? I didn't know the guy, so he comes through and he greets my friend. She introduced me to this guy. I'm gonna call him Mr. Groovist, okay? Mr. Groovist. Yeah, Mr. Groovist. We start talking. I don't know, man, one thing leads to another. We basically hit it off the rest of the night. He's buying me shots. Like, he's buying me shots. We're having such a good time at the end of the night. And then I don't know if it was my idea or his idea, but I ended up going home with him. But I was so drunk, you guys. I just want to say that nothing happened. Even if something did happen, I would say, you know, I really don't care about stuff like that. For me, it's all about the vibe between us. You know, if I feel like on Twitter shop or on the date and we're vibing and stuff like that, and I feel comfortable around you, then I really don't mind having sex with you. But at this point, we didn't have sex. Nothing happened. The following morning, I wake up and I'm like, in a different environment that I've never been in. Because remember last night, like, we literally got home early in the morning, like the sun was already coming out, and I was hella drunk. So in my mind, I don't really remember going home with this guy. But as I open my eyes and I see, okay, I'm not at Ray's, I am at this guy's place. I was kind of shocked, but I was comfortable with him, so it was okay. So I wake up next to Mr. Groovist in his apartment, and he wakes up and we start talking, and the vibe is there, man. You know, renali chemistry. You know, that's obviously why I went home with him, because I felt comfortable, I felt safe around him. You know, it doesn't feel like this is someone that I just met yesterday. And then finally I decide that, okay, let me go home, girl, because it's after 12 and I'm still looking like yesterday, you know. Now I'm walking into Ray's looking like yesterday. When I get to Ray's, I've probably been at Ray's like just a few minutes. I was getting ready to go shower. I wanted to go shower, because remember, I slept at this guy's place. As I'm about to get out of my room to go shower, my friend, the one that I met Mr. Groovist with, she comes running and she says Mr. Groovist wants to talk to me on her phone. I'm just waiting for my concealer to get tacky before I blend it out. And then he says to me, why did I give him the wrong number? I'm like, I didn't give you the wrong number. It's just that at that time, I had 2 different numbers. He calls me on my phone and he's basically like, what am I doing on in the day? I mean, I just got to Rez, sir. It's now Saturday, it's still the weekend, and he's like, I should come and visit him, come back to his place. I was really skeptical. I was like, nah, I'm not gonna get into this and stuff. But he convinced me, you know, on some, what are you gonna do? What do you think I'm gonna do to you? Just come through. You guys know, men are so manipulative, girl. I get to his place, chill, and we get to know each other. So that was fun. And then I went home. I didn't sleep over. I was a good girl, okay. And I went home. I went back to Riz, and that's basically how I met him and how our relationship started. First month, or like the first 3 weeks of us, you know, getting to know each other before we became official and stuff, I want to call it the honeymoon phase. So during the honeymoon phase, things were good, and he would constantly call me the whole day. We text the whole day, you know, the cute little stuff, telling me every little bit about his day. Weekends as well, he would call me, would text me, and, you know, always wanting to spend time with me. I guess because it's new, I'm just gonna go in a little bit more. I feel like my highlight is very light. I like for my under eyes to really be concealed, you guys. I want my freckles to show. I had gotten to the point where I was used to just him being around, him constantly calling me, always seeing each other. We're spending a lot of time together. It was about like 3 weeks to a month in, right? And then I kind of want to say this is where the bullshit started, because this is when the bullshit starts. So this one weekend on Friday, he didn't text me on Friday, I think. I'm not too sure about that, but I think so. But this is more about the other days. He didn't text me on Saturday. I think he texted me like in the afternoon, telling me that he's on his way out of town with a friend of his. Girl, I was like, that's okay, you must enjoy, let me know once you're back. He texted me on Sunday. Yeah, he texted me on Sunday, and I was really just like so uncomfortable with the fact that I'm basically seeing this person. I think we just made things exclusive as well, and now it's the weekend and I haven't heard from him the whole weekend. Basically, I haven't seen him the whole weekend. I haven't heard from him the whole weekend, and he got back to me was on Sunday. Like, you've been so consistent, and then bah, this one weekend you are gone, you're not saying anything. But I didn't confront him because the relationship was still new, and I just didn't want to be that person, you know, like in the beginning everybody's on their best behavior type of thing. I just acted cool about it. The following week, then we're talking, we're fine, you know, he's texting me, telling me his every move, everything. And then comes the weekend. Now comes the weekend. Friday, I don't hear anything from him. Saturday, I don't hear anything from him, like all morning, nothing. So basically now all weekend, this is now the second week in a row that it's the weekend, and this guy, he's not trying to make plans to like see me, hang out, you know, go to dates or anything like that. He's just literally disappearing, you know. But during the week, consistent. What phone during the week, what text, you know, everything. So I decide, man, let me call this guy and find out like what the fuck is going on. So I call him. When I call him, he picks up, and like he's in a noisy environment, so I couldn't hear him. And then I was like to him, text me, which he did text me, right? So he texted me, and he was like that he's at a vodka event, something like that. He can't talk. He will talk to me when he's back home. So Saturday night, he still doesn't text me anything, nothing. The following day is Sunday, and I decide to confront him. The whole weekend you've been gone, you're not texting me, you're not talking to me, nothing. Like, what's up with that? Then he said to me that when he's out, he doesn't want to text. So basically, he doesn't want to be bothered by texts from me. When he's out, he doesn't want to be on his phone, which is a bunch of bullshit, because you're snapping and posting your WhatsApp stories and your Instagram stories. So that's a bunch of garbage that you are feeding me. Ulinda, that was my issue. I enabled it because I didn't put my foot down and set my boundaries when that started happening. I allowed it, and I allowed him to do that. and I knew that I was uncomfortable with it. I knew that I didn't like it, but I still allowed him to do it. So I'm gonna go in with my contour. So that was basically the tone of our relationship. Weekdays, very consistent, you know, get boyfriend, phone and everything. And then on weekend, he's out with the boys every day. He's out, he's drinking, nowhere to be found, and I'm not allowed to ask any questions because he does not want to be on his phone when he's out. At home, we had a funeral. My sister just lost her baby, like her newborn baby. He was only, I think, like a week or so old. No, he didn't say anything. He didn't say anything to me on Friday. Like, hey babe, I hope the funeral goes well. I hope everything goes well. You know, kohalona or whatever. He didn't say anything to me. He literally didn't say anything to me on Friday. Saturday, Khabe, he didn't say anything. You know, how was the funeral? You know, like, I don't know. Yeah, that's something that I would do. Like, even for my friends or like an acquaintance or a colleague or now for your person, your girlfriend. Spoke to him on Sunday morning, actually. That's when then we made plans. And again, na umufonelang on somehow. I haven't talked to you all weekend. You know, I've just been busy with the funeral. And Luena, you've just been a wall. I get ready. I look cute. You know, I haven't seen my man in a while. So I'm excited. I'm going to go see my man. But my sister wanted us to do something that Sunday. Then I told her, no, babe, I'm going to go see my man. Okay, so it ain't happening. So fine then. The afternoon comes and I look cute, I smell good, you know, I'm gonna go see my man. It's been a while. My sister asks me to drop her off at her friend's, right? So I drop her off at her friend's. I call Mr. Groove. Where are you? Because I'm on my way. Like he's with people. Then he says to me, no babe, I'm with the boys. Oh my gosh. He will call me once he's done and when he goes home. So I detour and I go home. I wait for him to call me. He doesn't call me or say anything. I call him. He's not picking up the phone. He's not picking up my phone. I'm all sad there. I call a friend of mine and I tell her what happened. And my friend is like, girl, forget about that man. Let's go drink. Continue to drink, you know, like my sister, my friends, banta stress, man, you know, just trying to like cheer me up and get me out of the funk of the fact that my boyfriend stood me up for the 500th time. Later on, now it's later on in the night, probably around like 9, Mr. Groovis finally gets back to me on some, babe, I'm so sorry, I lost track of time, my phone died, you know, like those type of excuses. Then he asked me, where am I? I'm like, no, I'm with my friends who are actually quite close to where he stays. So he's like, come through, come see me, you know, so that he can apologize properly. My friends, they wanted to go buy food. So I was like, okay, since while you guys are I'm just gonna go in with some blush. I'm using this colors palette as blush, and I'm gonna use this and I'm gonna mix it with this pink. So this pink and this sort of like orangey yellow type of shade. So I'm gonna start with that orangey yellow shade. We have been drinking for a couple of hours, so we were either ways gonna go buy food. So I'm like to my friends, I'm like, can you guys please drop me off at Mr. Groovis' place so that I can go see him? First of all, they're shocked, like, girl, are we not drinking because of him? Why are you going back? No, I just want to give him a piece of my mind, you know, face to face type of thing. They're like, okay girl, I mean, we don't understand it, but do you, go and do you. So they drop me off and I get in, you know, I'm mad at him. We talk. He convinces me I'm overreacting, blah 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 blah, you know, he didn't have things under his control, you know, things like that. And we basically end up making up. And now my friends are like calling me. Did I use this or did I use the peach? I think I want to use the peach actually. So I think I want to use this one and not this one, out. And I go to my friends and they ask me, what happened? Did you break up with him? did you break up with him? Is it over? I'm like, no. I tell them what happened and they are like, girl, I can't believe you rewarded him with sex after what he did. Like, why would you do that? Why would you do that after you were crying literally just a couple of hours before because he stood you up for the 500th time, and then you go and talk to him and then you reward him with sex? Like, these girls are annoying me, okay? They just don't understand. They don't understand. So at this point in our relationship, after that incident, now our relationship had become on and off because every weekend he would disappear and then I would constantly have to like block him. So it had gotten to that point where like basically during the week we're good, he's consistent, he's a boyfriend, and then on the weekends he goes and he disappears, and then I'd be upset. So I would break up with him with the hopes that, you know, he will want to change or he will want to do better if I leave him. So I break up with him, and then by Tuesday I'm back with him again. So, you know, I'd break up with him like on Saturday because then he would go missing on Friday. So he would go missing on Friday, and on Friday he goes to work in the morning, and then he gets off work 4 p.m, 5 p.m. Saturday, then that's when I'd start getting pissed off because he's been AWOL since Friday. Then he deals with it either Sunday if he doesn't have plans on Sunday, or on Monday. Once he's at work on Monday morning, then he will call me so that we can make up and fix things. He disappeared and he got back to me on Sunday. So Sunday he calls me, I'm at Ray's, he calls me and he says to me that I must come and see him. I go to his place, and when I get to his place, we sit on the couch and we watch TV, and like he's tired obviously because he was partying the whole weekend. He basically like sleeps on my lap. He puts his head on my lap and he falls asleep and he's snoring, and I'm just looking at him like a very, very annoyed girl. So I wake him up. So he wakes up and I'm like, listen, I can't do this anymore. Like every weekend we're fighting, every weekend I'm wondering like, where is my man? Like, kind of, what's that? It's midnight, tell me, do you know where your man is? It's been a while since he left and he ain't checked in. I don't want to live that, okay? He's like, if you feel like that will make you feel better, definitely not going to oppose that. I won't hold you back and keep you in a relationship that you don't want to be kept in. Fine. So I left his place. I'm heartbroken. I just broke up with my boyfriend. I'm so heartbroken. I get to Ray's, and obviously my roommate Wampana, man, I'm a bit like emotional and stuff. So she asks me what's going on. And I'm like to her, yo, babe, like, I just broke up with Mr. Groovis. You know, I just couldn't take it anymore. You know, she's like, oh my gosh, are you sure? I'm like, yeah. On Sundays, there was this event that would always happen at Cubana now on Sundays. Then she was going to that. She was going to that event. When she leaves, girl, I'm so sad. I'm crying. I'm listening to music. I'm listening to like Babyface. I feel like music plays such a huge role in my life because there's certain songs that remind me of like certain situations, and that song reminds me of that day when I was sitting in my Ray's room crying, bawling my eyes out because I just broke up with my man because he's so fucking inconsistent. So I'm in my room and I'm crying. I get a text from my roommate. She's like, girl, where are you? I'm like, I'm at Ray's, where you left me. She's like, oh, your man's is here, your ex-man, whatever. Oksalayo, the point is, he's here. I'm like, what? And she's like, yeah, and he looks very happy. He doesn't look like this is the type of person who just got dumped. So he's out again and I'm at Ray's crying, you know, nursing my heartbreak. He doesn't call me, doesn't say anything. Linda don't call him or say anything to ask him. But yeah, he's chilling, like, because he knows, come Monday or Tuesday, he's gonna send me some sweet text and I'm gonna forgive him. Come during the week, I think Monday or Tuesday, he starts texting me, but he starts texting me, got that thing, no, I'm just checking up on you, you know, and then that leads to, no, when are you gonna come see me? And then that leads to him constantly calling, and then next thing I know, I'm back in his bed again. literally. Fast forward to now, it's around almost close to Makufe. If you know Bloom, then you know Makufe weekend. If you don't know it, it's basically like a cultural and arts festival. It takes place the whole week, and then but then there's the big weekend where there's usually like some international performances, you know, some DJs and stuff like that. So it's like it's a big weekend in Bloom basically. Something happened, I just forgot what happened. Something happened and I broke up with him, and I broke up with him for like a week. He called me that Friday, yeah, the big Makufe weekend. He called me that Friday and he asked me to meet up, which I did, and then he basically said he wants to apologize, he really wants to work on things. I'm just gonna go in with some white eyeliner in my waterline. Well, me being me, I take him back. On Sunday, he had asked me, there's an event that he loves to go to on Sundays. So he had asked me, babe, I know we're fixing things right now and I don't want to mess things up, but there's this event that I really love and I really want to go to. So is it okay if I go to that event? And I'm like, yeah, of course, that's fine. You know, I can compromise as long as you can compromise as well. A friend of mine was like going to that same event with her boyfriend. She wanted to know if I can accompany them. So I'm just gonna highlight my inner corners. So I'm like to her, yeah, that's cool, I want to go. Plus I was at Rez, it's Makufe weekend, so quiet, everybody is out and about. We head to the venue. So when we get to the venue, he texts Mr. Groovist. I'm like, hey, I'm at your like event, the same event where you're at. He asked me, he's like, where? I'm like, no, I'm chilling by another side with my friend. I came with her boyfriend. And he was like, oh, okay, all right, that's cool. He doesn't say to me, oh, okay, let me come and see you, let me come say hi or anything like that. Nothing. He just says, oh, okay. As time goes on, we want to get closer to like the stage and closer to other people, so we go to the other side. When we go to the other side, then I see Mr. Groovist, aka my man's. Sees me, he spots me as well, and I go to him and, you know, we hug. Hey, how are you? No, I'm good. How are you? I'm good as well. And that's basically it. I kid you not. I kid you not. That's basically it. He goes back to his friends, his boys, and he leaves me there with my friend and her mans, and that's it. So then it was now time for the performances, the main acts. So the main acts were inside of that place that we're at. So the main acts were inside. Let me just see. How pretty. Ooh, so pretty. So the main acts were inside, so we were being moved inside. So I go inside, and basically inside, I think it was like a stage, and then there was the VIP section, and there was a general section. So when I get inside, mine is inside in the VIP section with some girls and the boys, and I'm in the general section with my friend and her boyfriend, and they all lovey-dovey, you know, we're drinking alcohol and stuff like that. And there I am looking at my mans in the VIP section. I don't care about general and VIP section, you know, but I just want you to get this picture, because girl, how dare he? He's in the VIP section, I'm in the general section, and I'm just standing there like, I didn't come to him, I didn't come with him, but goddamn, that's not how I would react if I saw my girlfriend, or my girlfriend and I were in the same place or same event. So I decided to go out of the event because I'm not feeling good about this. Like that there's so much that has happened and it's only been 6 months also. And I'm just getting my eyelashes ready. So I go outside, and this is all that I'm doing to my eyes now. I'm just going to put on eyelashes and mascara, and then we're going to do our lips, and we're basically done with our makeup. But I still have some tea to tell you guys. So Mr. Groovist Khanto utlafet. So he comes, you know, on some what's up, what am I doing? Before that, remember I said that inside he was chilling with some girls, nah? And I had seen him doing some trickery stuff with those girls, guys. Respect, zero respect. Some guys are so fucking disrespectful. Standing outside and I'm questioning him about his trickery. Okay, he left me with his phone and a message comes through on his phone. We just made up on Friday. Don't forget that. We just made up on Friday. A message comes in. This girl says, please send me your pictures. Also, I had such a good time with you last night. He comes back and I show him the message and I'm like to him, I'm about done with your bullshit. So you need to open your phone so I can get in, so I can text this girl and see, where's this going? It's okay. You get what I'm saying? He opens his phone and I text the girl. I'm pretending to be him. I'm like, I'm with my girlfriend, so please don't text me. He responds and she says, oh, so it was a hit and run. Guys, that broke me so much. It broke me so much. I was like, what? So we got back together on Friday and by Sunday, you had already cheated. Now I want to find out if there's been more. This entire time, it's the first time that I catch him cheating. This entire time, it's just been the thing, he's disappearing on the weekends. But I had figured that he's probably cheating because why aren't you texting your girlfriend? So we are busy in the car arguing when I'm over it at this point. Because I don't seen everything I wanted to see. There's no need for him to further explain anything. Like, literally no need. I've seen it all. See my friend and her boyfriend passing that car that we're in, and I open the door. I run out to them. I get in the car. I block his numbers. Blocker WhatsApp. Blocker. He can't even call me, nothing. Okay, couple of days passed and I get an email from him telling me that he just wanted to apologize for what he did. He sent me the email and I told him that I forgive him, but I definitely no longer want to date him because I don't want to be in that type of relationship, girl, where every weekend my feelings are hurt. Every weekend I don't know where my man is and I'm not even allowed to ask questions. This one time he was like, we should please meet up, and I also wanted closure. So I was like, that's fine. This was probably like a week later after the whole incident. I went to his place and that's the first mistake that I made, was meeting with him at his place, girl, like literally on his knees. If I could please just give him one more chance so that he can prove himself. This time around the rules are different. He will text me, he will communicate better, he will let me know my whereabouts, and most importantly, he won't be going out every weekend. He's gonna limit the amount of times that he goes out, and if he is out, he will call me, he will text me. Man, I'll be in the know, So I basically gave in. I gave in and I ended up taking him back same time. I took him back, and you know what? For the first time since we started dating, he actually did what he said he was gonna do. Now when he was going out, he would call me, he would text me, he would even ask me if I'm okay with him going out to a certain spot with friends. And it was so beautiful. It was so beautiful for like a good 2 months. Into the new year, things are okay. We actually hit the 1 year mark in our relationship. Can you believe it? About a couple of months later, he started going back to being who he was, Mr. Groovers, being inconsistent, not calling. Just gonna sit. Let me see. Okay, I just have to do my under eyes. So now he had completely gone back to his old ways. I remember this one time he had disappeared again the whole weekend, and I basically confronted him and I was like, yo, like, you are literally doing exactly what almost about a year ago I was done with you and I was leaving you for, and now you've just gone back to partying and being a groovist. And and it had been happening now for like a couple of months. He said to me, Jorge, nah, I always want him to change. I'm always complaining. I'm never happy. And if he's gonna stay the way he is. He likes going out and he likes being the person that he is. He likes who he is when he's out in the streets. So now if I have a problem with that, then I must see myself out, and don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you, sis. He didn't say that, but that's what he said. I was like, well, damn, this is a completely different tune. Like, you just literally switched up on me. So I'm there like shocked as hell. I accepted him for who he is, and he continued to go out and I continued to see him. But in my mind, girl, I was done with this man, okay? My mind was already in exit mode. I just needed to get my body and my heart as well out of it. And it was about a month or so later, and he was out that weekend. So he was out that weekend. It was now Saturday morning, and we're chilling in bed, and he starts showing me something off of his phone, like, you know, a meme, a video, whatever. So he shows me this off of his phone, and while I'm looking at his phone, a message pops up, and this girl says, I didn't like what you did yesterday, and my boyfriend also doesn't like it, so if you could please apologize to my boyfriend. So I asked him, I was like, what did you do to this girl that made her boyfriend angry? You know, for no, I was just playing with her and he took it personal, something like that. I'm like, you're playing with somebody else's girlfriend while the guy is there. That was the last straw for me. I'm like, that's disgusting that this girl even has to text you and ask you to stop because her man is there. Like, behave yourself. My man was there. Like, I was like, no ways. I was like, no ways. I was like, no fucking ways. I'm still staying in this relationship. After that, I was like, no ways. So I gave him his phone back and I was like to him, can you please open the gate? I didn't say to him it's over or anything. I didn't say nothing. I was just like to him, can you please open the gate so that I can go? And he opened the gate and I left. He didn't say anything to me as well. I just left, you know. I think he figured that he'll call me and, you know, I left. I got in my car and girl, block. I didn't even say anything to him. I didn't say it's over. I didn't say nothing at all. I just blocked him. I blocked him on every avenue and I moved on with my life. I didn't say anything to him. I didn't unblock him. Probably like a month or two passed and I think he reached out to me. Yeah, he reached out to me and yeah, but it was just a brief conversation. How are you? And stuff like that. Or hi salon blog, you know, yeah, you know, it is what it is. Oh, okay, are you good? No, I'm good. How about you? No, I'm good. Okay, sharp. And that's how things ended. Like, it took that text. I feel like I was already on my way out, but that text just solidified everything, you know. So yeah, you guys, that's my story of how I dated a groovist and I stayed with him for over a year. That's a very long time to date a groovist. That is too long to date a groovist. Too long. Date a groovist at your own risk. I told you my story. It didn't end well. Definitely that whole relationship came with a lot of lessons. I was young, so I didn't really know what I want out of relationships, what type of man I want, what type of man I don't want. But that relationship, it definitely taught me things that I didn't want. I was not perfect as well in the relationship. I was toxic because when you are dating someone who's constantly out, your emotions are high, and at that time I didn't know how to properly express myself, so I would scream and, you know, at him and stuff, and that was very toxic. And I think that's one of the things that made me want to leave more than anything, because I was like, I don't want to be in a relationship with somebody who drives me to the point where I become toxic, you know. But yeah, I'm not that girl anymore, guys. I am calm, okay? I am zen win. I am zen re. Yeah, I'm so calm. But yeah, I hope that you learn a lot from my story. Personally, I'm a homebody, but I do go out, but most of the time I'm at home. So me dating a groovist, it was literally like polar opposites, you know, polar opposite people trying to make it work when it was not working. So we have come to the end of my video. I had so much fun filming this for you guys. I really missed sitting down and giving you guys some good wholesome content. Girl, I've been struggling, but I'm back. So you want to hit that subscribe button, subscribe to my channel, girl. Subscribe to my channel and engage with me in the comment section. Leave your beautiful comment in the comment section. And if you don't want to comment, you don't want to take the time out to comment, just hit the like button. That goes a long way for me. Okay, so you definitely want to hit that like button if you don't want to leave me a beautiful comment. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this story time. To all the groovists out there, I love you guys. No hate, no shade. Hope that you enjoyed this story time. I hope that you have a beautiful day further wherever you are. If you don't know my name is Retha, girl, and I'm out. Your smile, your style, so fly. Can't deny, got a crush on you, and that's true.